Welcome to Bit Boy Crypto, the people's channel, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all of the universe. I'm your host, Steezy. You catch me at NFT Alpha Show as well. And this is Around the Blockchain. We come to you Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if the best guests we've ever had, this is the best panel we've ever had. And we're going to be talking about your favorite topics. And if you like what the guests are saying, hit a +1 in the chat. We'll give them some points. Whoever has the most gets to leave their parting thoughts at the end. But we're going to get right into it. On that top right, he'll see you later in the incubator. He's never sleazy. It's MacNCheeasy. Then on the bottom right, you know, he's a trader lifer with that market Cipher. Put them trades in their place. You know it's CryptoFace. Then on that bottom left, sometimes he's so accurate, it will scare us. It is Joe Parys. And then on that top left, you know, it's Chainz. I had something else for Ben Armstrong, but you know what? I can make it up. Watch out, because he's doing the big brains with the Chainz, because he'll tell you how to navigate that metaverse. That's right. And we're going to be talking about BlackRock, USDC. We're going to be talking about Celsius, rug pulling everybody after the 15th, and the Bored Ape Yacht Club trilogy. I'm hearing Oscars. I'm hearing Oscars already. But we're going to get right into it. But before we do, you know what time it is, everybody. It is time for us to check out these crypto markets, see what is going on. And, oh, it's not looking fantastic. We just kind of broke below 40,000 recently. It looks like Bitcoin's at 39.5. I kind of want to refresh. And, yeah, 39.5. Ethereum right below 3,000, 29.90. I'm just going to bring it to you real quick, CryptoFace. The markets, you know, we've seen quite the retracement on the weekly, between 10, 15%, sometimes 20% on some of these altcoins. What are the markets telling you?
Yeah, man. Really just kind of all starts with Bitcoin. The big thing is on the weekly right now. Never before have I seen a blood diamond on the weekly. Granted, it's got 5 days left, but there's still a lot of other factors. This little VWAP coming down. Money flow's been coming down as far as macro. Zooming in, though, I did get in at a little short at average entry 40,300. I was looking at this little kind of 1 hour, 2 hour VWAP wave right here, which is, well, now it's broken kind of down through. And now I've actually been limiting my position out actually as we speak. So, yeah, man, you know, things could look better, but you know what? It can't go straight up forever. And if the price goes down, you know, let the innovation come, let time go by, and pick yourself up some cheap crypto, Bitcoin, you know, over the next year, however long it takes until someone comes and saves the day.
All right. And like Elio says, keep that dry powder on the sidelines. But let's talk a little USDC. We're seeing BlackRock backing USDC. This is pretty huge. BlackRock and Circle teaming up. They did a $400 million raise for USDC. Look out, USDT. They're coming for you. Of course, Circle is one half of the Center Consortium, and the other half is Coinbase. So we have Coinbase, Circle, BlackRock, all getting together, all trying to make USDC the stablecoin of choice. You know, there's been Tether. If you've been in crypto any amount of time over last, you know, over a couple years, 3, 4, 5 years, you're used to the Tether FUD. I mean, it's a tale old as time. And now we're starting to see, you know, a competitor really emerge that might be able to take that mantle as far as being the number one altcoin, or the number one Tether coin or stablecoin. And BlackRock, just a little background, they hired around 20 lobbyists and spending around $2 to $2.5 million every year for the past 5 years, lobbying to the federal government, trying to get, you know, stablecoin legislation that they find favorable. Now, Chainz, I'm going to bring it to you before Ben tries to kick you out of the seat. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. Do you see U.S., you know, would they want to try to use an existing stablecoin? You know, we kind of talked about this before, but now we're seeing more partnerships. Will the government move towards a USDC, or are they going to build from the ground up?
First off, let's just all agree that at this point, Tether is a well-done steak. Put a fork in it. It's done. Throw it in the trash. Let's move on to something different. When you're talking about USDC, that's the stable coin of choice for many, including myself, and I think probably a lot of us here. There are some other options. Does the government control any of the USDC? Probably not. right? So I think if you're going to say, is that going to be the stable coin of choice, or is it going to be a CBDC? It's going to be a CBDC for them, because then they have the opportunity to control as much of it as they want. I don't see it going any other way. I would love to hear what anyone else has to say about that. But see what time tells, right?
All right. Well, Mac, let's play devil's advocate here. Let's just say that the government does decide to go with USDC. Is that a nail in the coffin for the other stablecoins?
It's a start, right? I think and before getting into that, right, I just want to say shout out to the whole Bit Squad. I had a great time down in Bitcoin Miami. We were hanging out all weekend. A lot of good laughs, a lot of good experiences there. So shout out Bit Squad. Smash us with the like button. Now, getting into that, right, I think if the government does decide to go with USDC, that sure as hell get some strong tailwinds behind USDC as a stable coin. But I think that's kind of where it's going anyway. I do think that if they do plan on building from the ground up, that's going to be hard to, because of kind of what these ecosystems and are already kind of built on top of. I think it'd be challenging just in terms of having these crypto native people kind of really buying into a government-backed stable coin. So I think if the US dollar wants to kind of take over the entire Web3 crypto ecosystem and continue to be the stable coin that's pegged to the US dollar, accepting something like USDC and running may be the best shot at continuing with this cross-border peg stablecoin to the actual US dollar.
All right, now,
DC, really quick, no, just as like a point to that. Now, do you think that they could make it like the Buy Back the Guns program, where they say, hey, listen, like, I know you guys like this USDC coin that's been around for a while, but hey, what we can do is offer you a 2-for-1 program. You trade in your USDC, and we'll give you this CBDC, whatever it is, at 2-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe a 2-for-1 might be a little off. Maybe like a 5% bump, a 10% bump. I could see something like that. But even if I had a 2-for-1, I'd be a little bit hesitant. I want to hold on to my coins, not down, add the coin to my MetaMask, which is just going to surveil everything. Now, Joe, quick question. Let's say we did settle on one. Would that be good for the crypto industry? It would kind of consolidate trading pairs and liquidity pools, and maybe what people are using to transfer back and forth for payment, so you don't end up with a little DAI, a little USDT, a little USDC. Would it be secretly kind of a good thing for the crypto industry?
Yeah, it's a great question, DZ, and thanks for having me back on the show. I also was in Miami and saw a couple of the Bit Squad members, and super fun. So really appreciate everybody. But my thinking about this and why I do like the fact that more liquidity is coming into USDC is because on my channel we talk a lot about altcoins, and USDC is one of those stable coins now that's paired with a lot of these altcoins. And so if there's more validity in USDC, it's going to make it a lot easier to get in and out of these altcoins. And also it's going to give users a more trustworthy feeling to hold a stable coin. I think, if you really do your research on these stable coins like Tether, and you kind of, really dig a little bit deeper, you might be thinking to yourself, I don't know if I want to hold on to this. And one of the main use cases that we use stable coins is to increase our cryptocurrency positions, right? Like if you are not a trader like myself, I don't go long or short or do any of the fun stuff that CryptoFace does down there. But, if you're just somebody who wants to just buy spot and sell, or buy and go, get in and get out quickly, having a really secure, or at least more secure stable coin that you trust that also has a lot of liquidity is going to make that process a lot better, so that you can actually get more of these altcoins. To me, that's the whole game of crypto. Is I think we all can agree here that Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these top altcoins, we're all trying to accumulate those rather than dollars. And of course, we can always flip back and forth to leverage our positions, but ultimately, I think I'd rather have more crypto than more fiat at any time. So if USDC can help us, make us feel more comfortable getting in and out and make the whole user experience better, I definitely think that this is a win for crypto.
Full disclosure, I think my second biggest bag is probably stables if you combine them. Now, CryptoFace, I've leveraged trade, some of those altcoins. I would trade the 0.4 link at a 10x leverage. So I'm leverage trading 4 chain link, baby. You know, I'm making really big moves here. We're talking like $60 whole. Now, when you get a successful trade, you get paid in Tether. Now, for someone who's doing, you know, a whole like 4 chain link at 10x, you know, we start getting higher and higher amounts. Sometimes maybe even a maniac might do like 100. Now, are you concerned about, you know, maybe trying to cash out a large position of USDT if, you know, everyone starts moving towards USDC? Or do you think, you know, like some of these trading sites would just switch to USDC?
Well, not all trades. For example, like right now, my Bitcoin trade, you know, I make or lose Bitcoin. In other trades, I can make or lose USDT or make or lose, you know, Ethereum. In that aspect, but I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit here, and there are obvious benefits institutionally if USDC, you know, is actually backed and ran by the big boys, but there is something magic about made up money. And the truth is Tether has its advantages. If it's really not backed by anything, we can just print those bad boys and buy the heck up out of the Bitcoin price. And I'm pretty sure, you know, I couldn't really give you a rough calculation, but, you know, if all Tether was actually backed by dollars right now, I would doubt that Bitcoin would be anywhere near the price that it's actually at today. And competitions, you know, I imagine Tether will find a use case. It's had a pretty strong monopoly, almost you could say. They've been number one, and USDC's been creeping up. And it's hard to predict the future of benefits of one thing over the other. So I'm sure both will be there. Maybe not. You know, I'm down to have both. Also, you know, if institutions come in, they love buying OTC too. So there was a couple people I was talking about actually with today, bouncing off the ideas from. They're like, oh, if USDC comes in, USDC will pump. And I'm like, not really, because they buy it over the counter just like they do with Bitcoin. That was just kind of like a little side thing. But yeah, I mean, if the institutions do come in, like if that USDC is locked in and it provides that funnel, that'd be great. But if USDC is locked in, it's just still the same guys not spending money and the institutions aren't in, then I'd rather have that magic Tether money.
Yeah, Tether. You heard the man. Start that printing machine. Biden does it. All right, let's move on. Talk a little Celsius here. They're taking away their APY starting on the 15th. Any new coins will not, you know, get that 5%, that 8%. I think some of those coins are maybe even pushing 11, 12%. So they're going to take that away. However, if you got it in before the 15th, you should be good. You have to be a deemed accredited investor. And to do that, you have to have a minimal annual income of $200,000 or a net worth over 1 million. And there's a lot of paperwork you have to do. And then you'll be able to swap, borrow, transfer some of those assets and then still get that yield. However, you know, starting on the 15th, it is going to be over, is going to be the curtains for that. Now, Chainz, I almost called you Chainz there. Now, let's armchair quarterback this a little bit here. Can Celsius recover from this? I'm seeing a lot of tweets. I know Wendy is going really hard on them. Crypto Twitter really going hard on them. Is Celsius done here?
Absolutely. What's the point? If you can't earn anything, what's the point? I love you, Alex. I love Leah Jonas. I mean, if I could still get a lunch with Leah, maybe. But that's about it, man. I mean, there are so many other platforms to use that where you can still get APY rewards, and I'm not worried about, you know, sticking with a platform that, hey, maybe you used it for several years and you really like it. The user interface is awesome. So what? Like you're in it to make money, and if you're not making the money, I'm jumping ship. That's
okay. All right. Now, Mac, you know, I don't know if we got something going on with the camera. I think he's recording off a Hot Pocket. I'm sorry, joking. I'm getting this in. He's recording off the reflection of a rusty spoon. Now, Mac, do you think that Celsius is preparing for regulations that we aren't privy to? They know something we don't, and really they're just trying to look out for us?
I'm in the middle of switching from my spoon to hopefully the perfectly polished fork. Hopefully this does it for us. But,
don't worry, it won't be. We're not sticking a fork in it yet.
He looks like he's thinking really hard. He looks like he's about to nail the answer.
Is that is the combination between a fork and a spoon is a spork, right?
Yeah. You're gonna knock the spork out of this one.
Armchair. I thought you were talking about you, Jay, because of your tan, bro. You got that. You're looking good, bro.
He's got the Miami glow. Bro. He's got the Miami glow.
Hey, it was from all the sparks from the bottle service at Live. Let me tell you.
No, but back to Mac here. I mean, do you think they know something we don't when it comes to this? Like, are they just worried about maybe some legislation kind of in the works right now?
Yeah, they might be front running it in a sense that they anticipate things are going to happen, and such that maybe there's some sort of like retroactive thing that will have to happen to customers, such that it's even worse for customers. So although maybe they're taking it down to 0% APY now, maybe products or platforms that are providing a higher APY will actually have to maybe get the money back from it. Who knows, right? It's a big kind of question mark. So it might. Yeah.
So no, I didn't even think about that. Like retroactively saying, "Hey, sorry,
knows, right?
We weren't supposed to give you that. That little bit of ETH, that little bit of Bitcoin, that little bit of Matic. Sorry, we pulled it from your account. That would yeah, that would be definitely frustrating. So
yeah,
right,
so who really knows what's going to have to happen there? And I think what's in is like, this is all coming down to protecting investors, but meanwhile, that's the exact opposite of what they're doing. The market has been that investors are worth 10% APY, that the general consumer is worth 12% APY, and that's what the market has deemed their value. But now we have regulations coming in and saying, oh, they're not actually worth this effectively, and you can't actually pay them to be a using customer, because that's why they're doing this, to get users on their platform. And it's just, end of the day, they don't want to protect you. They want to protect themselves.
All right. Well, CryptoFace, maybe it's not that. Do you think it's the blood diamond on the weekly? And they're like, yo, things are about to get ugly. We can't do this. No, more seriously, though. I mean, the Celsius coin, a lot of people kind of compared to Crow, kind of a centralized, exchange. They have a token. Do you see any correlation between that? I mean, do you think Crow is possibly a good opportunity as people are going to maybe jump ship? I mean, would you short Celsius if able? What's going on with those two exchanges tokens?
I personally, I was kind of in and out in Crow. I have a little bit of Crow now, not like I used to. I told myself that I swore I'd be a holding Crow whale, but I ended up wiggling out. To play devil's advocate again, I kind of wouldn't get my panties in a knot on the Celsius thing. It's kind of just like your standard regulatory business. And, Celsius has been around forever. They're at every event. Alex MacNCheeasy's been at everything. I'm sure he's talked to many people. And, hell, maybe it's actually he actually prefers only having accredited investors, because typically it's the smaller guy that gives you the most problems when they're buying your products. So he's probably upset that, Johnny, put $500 in and is barking about his couple dollars, a month APR, asking where it's at. Listen, there is so much opportunity in crypto. Like, God forbid, if your Celsius gets nipped, there's 1,000 other crypto coins you can mess with and get into. And so I imagine Celsius is probably trying to take the route, not so much retail, but institution, and trying to go after them big fish, man. So, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
All right, that's a good theory. Joe, I kind of want to double down on that. Do you think there's anything to that? Because you're kind of king of the low caps, like, hey, this market cap is like $48,000, maybe add a 0 or 2. And we've seen it, I know I've done it. We kind of do some gaming tokens, real speculative, a 2x, a 3x, a 4x. And then the person will buy the coin. It'll fall 80%. After they could have made a 400% gain, they'll buy the top. They'll get mad at you. They're in your Twitter like, hey, I bought this coin 8 weeks after your video. Now it's down. Well, I told you when to get in. Do you see that maybe as being part of the issue? The smaller people, Johnny with his $500, maybe barking a little bit louder than, someone just trying to stake 100 Bitcoin?
Personally, I don't think that's the issue at all. I think Ben brought this up earlier in the live stream, he talked about the bond and the stable coins, and they're really going after that because for bonds, I think you earn like 2 to 3%, and stable coins right now you're earning like 7 or 8%. So I think that there's a lot of regulation around that, and I think that's the main reason. I do think that, yeah, Celsius has to deal with, somebody who puts in a couple $100 and, they have customer support. But one of the main things that got me into altcoins was watching one of Ben's videos about Celsius, how you could earn yield. And the really main reason why I really enjoyed that is because it gave me conviction to hold on to those coins. I was just like, all right, just hold on to these things because I'm actually earning 5, 10, 15, 20%. That might not seem like a lot, but I started doing that over a year and a half ago. And now I'm earning some pretty decent money on some of these coins. In fact, I put Matic, I bought it at a penny and a half, just let it sit in my Celsius, earning, 20%. It's declined since then. But that $2,000 or $3,000 I invested turned into hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now that's like hundreds of dollars a week in yield.
Holy hell!
And so, yeah, I mean, so that was, from someone who just said, hey, look, I'm gonna buy this little altcoin for $2,000. I'm just gonna throw it in my Celsius and forget it. I mean, that to me was what attracted me to the platform, and it is unfortunate that they have to do what they have to do. But I do think that they have the regulators. Kind of crawling up their butts a little bit and basically saying, hey, look, no more of the 7 to 10% on stablecoins. And, it's really a shame. But, this does open the opportunity for other DeFi platforms and for other cryptocurrency coins like CryptoFace was talking about. There's a bazillion other things where you can get yield. I mean, the Pancake token, you can get 60%. That's crazy. All you got to do is throw it in their smart contract and boom, there you go, 60%. So there is loads of opportunity, but like you said, DZ, you gotta, timing is everything, right? You can say this coin's gonna go up 5 or 10x, and then it does, but if you watch that video 2 months too late, it's unfortunate. So yeah, that's kind of my take on the Celsius thing. Great company. Like, I have nothing to say, poorly about them. It just, to me, feels like there's some regulation stuff going on.
All right, so you say you have your cake and eat it too. Now, Chainz, I think you wanted to throw in something there.
Yeah, Joe, like you had said something about, they got to do what they got to do, but they don't have to do that. Isn't that the whole freaking point of crypto? Isn't that what we're here for? Is that we wanted to create something that we don't need the government to regulate. We don't need them to control. We don't need their grubby mitts in this, but that's what we're doing. And like, and obviously, you got your opinions about XRP. Everyone does, but like, they're standing up to the SEC. They're saying, no, man, F you. We're going to do what we need to be doing. And I wish that more crypto companies had the balls to do that kind of stuff, because it's a shame. I mean, again, that's the Cyber, and we all noticed. I don't know if you guys noticed this about the whole Bitcoin conference. The cyberpunk movement is gone. It's not about the movement anymore. It's about an industry, and everybody's just bending over and saying, "Hey, we're just going to take it just so that we can get mass adoption, just so that we can get more money in the ecosystem."
That's because the money's tapped out. The money's tapped out. Kevin O'Leary said it best. Like without that old money, we've gone like as far as we could. Isn't it after April 15th, or what was that, April 15th of 2021 is the cutoff for the Celsius thing? Because if it's this year, you still got 3 days to
you still have a couple
get
days
in there, don't you? It's the 12th today, so
get those coins in and start earning some sandwiches for sure. But all right, let's move on to the last topic here. We're going to talk a little trilogy action. No, not Star Wars. No, not Back to the Future. Although those are two of my favorite. We're talking about the Bored Ape Yacht Club trilogy. They're teaming up with Coinbase, and they're going to release a 3-part film. Going to be short animated features featuring apes. You can submit your ape for consideration. However, if you do it, you give up licensing rights if they choose your ape, but they will pay you $10,000. However, they will have it for perpetuity. They'll have it forever. You sell the ape, it's still changed in the smart contract that they own the intellectual property. So we're not seeing many people happy about this decision. They're saying, maybe this number's a little bit low. I mean, some people are probably saying, I wasn't going to make a movie with it. Sure, give me $10,000. I'd be happy. You get paid in ape or Bitcoin with the $10,000. It'll just pop up in your Coinbase wallet. Right now, Bored Ape Yacht Club collectively with the Mutant Apes, they're number 1 last 7 days sale data. I think Mutants number 4, Bored Apes number 5. So They're still at the top of the charts. I mean, they have 2 projects in the top 5, which is really, really big. But all right, Mac, I'm gonna bring it to you here. You know, you're a little bit more into NFTs than I thought. You know, we got to hang out in Bitcoin Miami. Really good time. Saw some really cool, funny people. So it was a really good time. But is this a buy the rumor, sell the news event? Do you think that, you know, this is going to take so long? You know, the Bored Apes kind of running out of steam. Do you see this as maybe a short-term top for the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem?
I would love to be in the position to buy the rumor, in a sense of buying a Bored Ape. So I would love to buy
expensive.
this rumor. I think with Bored Ape, right? They've kind of obviously nothing's gotten too big to fail, but they're pretty darn to it in the NFT space, right? In a sense of, I think they're kind of leaps and bounds above everyone else. And is for people who own a Bored Ape, a lot of them own one, and a lot of them are kind of new to the NFT space. They had a lot of money. They kind of threw money into a Bored Ape, and they're probably never going to sell it.
Yeah.
Like,
Madonna, I think Madonna's probably the latest celebrity to get one.
So all these celebrities that don't need the capital, they're just in the board. Like, that's effectively lowering the amount of circulating supply of Bored Apes from 10,000 to 9,000 to 8,000. And that number is just going to decrease and decrease over time. So I don't necessarily see the apes going anywhere. I do think, though, 10,000 ape coin after you just got airdropped more than that, it's like kind of an FU a little bit. It's like, why would I do that? Why would I lose custody? Why would I lose IP, right? Like, it just seems like a short-sighted move by an ape owner to buy into that.
All right. Well, on that note, now, Chainz, do you think, giving up the IP rights is a worthy endeavor? You can perhaps, you get your 10K, you can maybe sell it above floor, like, hey, I have the monkey that's in the movie, and then just rebuy, sweep the floor again, maybe get one that does have the IP rights. Would you consider that, maybe a smart investment, or you're just saying, no, I own the IP, you don't get, I don't want your 10K?
I mean, if I had several of them, or if I, whatever. No, the answer to, like, the short answer is no, I would never give it up. And especially to a platform like Coinbase, I wouldn't do anything for Coinbase, nothing. But with that being said, I mean, you're talking about giving it up for what, 10 grand or whatever. There was something that I saw, and I think it was from one of the guys that started that Bored and Hungry restaurant. I mean, you take a $300,000 NFT and you can turn that, by having that IP and by being able to control it, you can turn that into an 8 or 9 figure business. So, like, giving it up for 10 grand is a dumbass idea, in my opinion. You could do so much more with it. If anybody's got one that they want to sell, I'll give you the 10 grand. Send it to me. My DM, Crypto J Chain, send it to me. Let's work out a deal. I got you.
All right. Monkeys hit his inbox. Now, CryptoFace, obviously, Bored Apes doing a lot of things that are, helping that price. There are a lot of people are saying this is a good playbook to emulate. I believe you have a NFT project. Feel free. You can plug it a little. You can show a little. Is there anything from this playbook you're like, you know what, this is a knockout strategy? I think a lot of projects are going to be doing this moving forward.
Yeah, this whole thing just kind of, to me, I mean, I can see it all. I see, like, the Coinbase director yuppies sitting there tapping their pens, going, we gotta do something with these, apes and NFTs, and just firing off a terrible idea. When really they should be more like, and this is going to be kind of a plug, like my Pixel Vault Meta Heroes. This is a comic book that I actually got off of a CryptoPunk. And man, I can't even explain they're doing so much stuff, but they're doing a Bored Ape, official Bored Ape comic, movies, cartoons. I got like 7 of these NFTs from Pixel Vault, and they're all worth like 12 grand minimum. They haven't lost any value. They've gone up in value. I have the Meta cards; those have gone up 20%. So I'm all. This is so cool, man. Like, I actually love. They made a promise. And they followed through, and I got a little Bored Ape token. I'm going to have a Bored Ape comic. So I don't need no Coinbase movie. If Coinbase was smart, they would buy out these people. They'd buy out these people.
All right. You heard it here first. He's giving you that NFT alpha. And if you like some more, you can check out NFT Alpha Show, a really good channel. Also, big shout out to Meta Money and Frankie Candles as always. Now, last question here. Joe Parys is Frankie Candles just gave me a, hey, thanks for that. Now, do you think Coinbase, with this movie and with the hype associated with it, can they use this as momentum to maybe overtake OpenSea as the de facto NFT marketplace?
I mean, I think it's maybe going to get some traction. I think it's going to, if they're going to be opening up their own marketplace, say, hey, look, watch our new Bored Ape movie over on our new marketplace. Like maybe it'll be like exclusive there or something, right? Because now they own the rights to these Bored Apes. But honestly, I'm in agreement with the rest of the panel. I don't think that this is anything noteworthy really to even be taking a look at. The thing that I am interested in more though is just how big the Bored Ape yacht clubs have really gotten. And I think Tom Brady, Ben talked about this. He was one of the last ones to get a Bored Ape. So I think it's really there's Ben popping in. Ben, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Looks like Hulk Hogan.
Do you want to say something?
Yeah, so CryptoFace looks like Hulk Hogan today if he had a mask on. What's up, brother? Did you eat your vitamins?
Yeah, brother. What's happening?
Brother.
But
He's
in
just sorry.
summation, you just don't see it being overtake OpenSea, I'm guessing, Joe.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see if it's a better user experience. Then I think that, and if there's more people and it's just better in every single way, then yeah, I mean, I think Coinbase has a shot here. But people just, again, having that first mover advantage certainly makes a big difference. I mean, look at Bitcoin, right? Like, honestly, it's been number one forever because it's first mover advantage and it's just what it is. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. But yeah, that's kind of my take overall.
All right. And that is all we got time for. And you know what? Snap it to a Slim Jim. I think CryptoFace took it home. More of an Ultimate Warrior than a Hulk Hogan. You don't want to be Hulk. He's been a little bit weird the last 10 years. Ultimate Warrior kind of, he stayed at the pinnacle. So the Ultimate Warrior when it comes to trading and those green dots and red dots, it looks like CryptoFace, you won the episode. Feel free. Leave us with some parting thoughts. Feel free to show your NFT, whatever you want to do here.
Yeah, man. I closed my short. As far as trading, I'm getting in and out. But I could totally change my mind in 2 hours from now. Yeah, Pixel Vault, punkscomic.com, punkscomic.com. I've gotten like 40 grand worth of just free tokens and future promises of projects. It is an awesome community. They got to be in the top 10. They've been around forever. And keep a lookout for PD the Pencil Neck Turkey Fish NFTs coming from your boy to the Market Cipher community. We are working on it. Should be coming soon. And yeah, check out my fish, man. I finally got my fish that I caught. That sucker's 94 inches. Brought that bastard in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And yeah, that Turkey Pencil Neck episode, classic episode, a year and 3 months ago. It was a long time ago. But that is all we got time for today. Until next time, BitSquad. Easy out.